Yeah, I am the Coachella guy.
I saw that. You're the Coachella guy. I saw that on your Instagram.
All over my social media.
What is the goal is to just play Coachella in 2025?
Yeah, dude, that's the goal.
Is there something that you have to do if you don't make it? Like, do you have to go streaking down Water Street or something?
That's such a good question.
Is there a punishment?
Do I go streaking down Water Street? Here's the thing. Like, we haven't talked about that because failure is not an option.
If it doesn't happen right off the bat, doesn't mean you stop. I mean, who would be DJing still if that was the case? You know what I mean?
Exactly,
who would be doing
dude.
anything that they're doing. So you definitely don't stop. But I would like to see you naked on Water Street. Pause.
I don't know, man. That would be crazy.
Well, all right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Very special guest came up just for this.
Just for this.
Milwaukee's finest, my boy BG Good in the building.
What's going on, my man? Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's Monday, kind of recovering from Halloween, but honestly, I'm doing pretty good.
One of the longest weekends I think I've ever experienced in my entire DJ career.
Dude, out of control.
Yeah.
Longest 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like supposed to be 1 week end, but it's been 2 weeks.
It's been what felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of enjoying the rain vibes today. Like it's kind of the perfect weather for that. So
yeah, really wash away what remains of these Halloween costumes in the streets and whatnot, you know?
Wash them away. Actually, on my way here, I just returned my costume at UPS. So
what were
it worked
you?
out. I was like a disco ball. I wore like a disco ball
I
suit.
saw that. It was like a Michael Jackson vibe.
Michael
kinda
Jackson energy,
jacket.
and it's kind of one of those things where it's like if they catch me, where I can't repeat the costume, it's too like, recognizable. Like I be posting them, I can't repost that same costume. They're gonna think I'm cheap and just recycling costumes at that point.
Yeah. So when you say you returned it at UPS, like you got that off Amazon? And
I got it
just
on
returned
Amazon.
it?
Yeah, it's just a cheat code too for if anybody just wants to get costumes. Like,
So you don't want them to think you're cheap by wearing the same
but I'm
costume
even
twice.
cheaper by returning them to Amazon.
all right.
Correct.
I just wanted to make sure.
Just to clear that up. Just to clear that up. Just putting it out there.
Okay, good. No, I'm a Jewish man myself, so
You're a brother.
I have full respect for any sort of get your money back scheme.
Did you hear that, Cam? Thank you. Cam was giving me shit. Dude, you're a Jewish brother. You get it, man.
Yeah,
like we have to we gotta make the dollar stretch, my boy.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people.
Halloween ain't cheap.
A lot of people are mad at our overall success, and I think they should just be taking notes.
I do too, and I think it should be a thick notepad.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying.
really do, bro.
No, this is great. I'm excited. I remember first meeting you back in the day when I was doing like Site 1A every month, maybe, or maybe it was Lucid. Could have been after Site.
Or both. Yeah.
Could have been both. Yeah. Those were good times.
Those were some fun times.
I had a very strong and unhealthy relationship with Milwaukee.
With Milwaukee, you loved fucking Milwaukee, bro. Some of the content that I saw, like of you when you had your little takeovers at Lucid, bro, I was like, "Who the fuck is this man, bro?"
Yeah, it was wild.
Weren't you like eating like a pizza during your set or some shit?
There was one time where I made a Lunchables pizza on a girl's butt.
You were
in the
the
club.
most savage, hilarious person I've ever met in my life.
But there was one time at Site. It was a Halloween, actually. I remember being in a costume. I had a Care Bear costume on.
Yeah.
I asked them to put a microwave in the DJ booth, and we showed up.
Oh my god, yeah.
We showed up with a bunch of Hot Pockets and Tostinos.
Bro, because Donato
and
would do
shit.
anything. He loves you, bro.
No, this was Site.
Oh,
I mean,
this was Site?
Donato would have done it too, for sure.
He would have, for sure.
I miss that guy so much.
Bro, I just saw him like what? We just saw him like 2 weeks ago. He's the GOAT, dude.
He's the best. Always like just the sweetest guy,
Yeah.
a good time, wants everybody else to have fun. He's fantastic.
He's excellent. Great person.
Yeah, I miss going down there. I miss working with him. But Milwaukee, I feel like in Chicago, for a Chicago DJ, Milwaukee is the first place you go outside of your own city that makes you feel like a fucking superstar.
Fucking rock star.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really like that. I think that any Chicago DJ can share that experience with each other. Like, oh shit, yeah, you're going to Milwaukee? Like, sick, bro.
That's cool. That's an interesting perspective because like we don't hear the perspective of the Chicago dudes enough. You know what I mean? Like we're always the guys going to Chicago, like being like the underdogs.
Exactly.
We're not hearing it from like the Chicago DJs coming up.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to hear. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially when they're bringing microwaves in your DJ booth. Do you realize that when you were having microwaves and Hot Pockets sent to your DJ booth, I was like a brand new DJ, like up and coming. I was like still like a promoter. And I was like watching from like the shadows, like, yo, how the fuck can I do that one day? Like, that is insane.
Yeah.
So just from just like a degenerate college kid, because that was me, I was just a straight up degen, just like, does this dude have like 3 girls on his shoulders and a microwave? Like, I've never seen anything like that before. So.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
They really supported that. Milwaukee was big supporters of the Send Nudes movement.
They loved that movement, the SNM.
It was good. How is Milwaukee now? I mean, you were just getting in the scene around then, right? And now you're kind of driving the whole thing, right? Or you're kind of
right
at
now,
the forefront?
Right now I would say like I'm in the forefront right now of the market.
Who do we got? We got you, Mr. New York.
Me, Mr. New York.
Eddie Reckless is still around.
Eddie's still cooking.
Dex left.
Dex left.
Fuck
Rucker's
that guy.
still out there. Fuck
No,
him,
I'm
man. No, we love Dex over here. Me, New York. B Lee that's my boy. I do a lot of events and parties with him. He's really out there. Mondo is a guy. Have you heard of Mondo?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's not like an industry guy, but he throws a lot of dope parties, and
Sick.
he's got a pretty cool following in the market. But
That's the wave now. It's not like you don't have to be like big in the clubs to be big and have an illustrious career. Like
Exactly.
If you're throwing pop-ups and you got a fan base,
yeah,
you got it.
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of something that like we're starting to get into like a lot more in the last like year, especially is just pop-ups because people eat them up. You know what I mean? You know,
They're craving something outside of a club. Like it's old, it's stale. You walk into 75% of these rooms and you can tell that it's just the remnants of when they first opened and they haven't updated anything, the sound system or the decor or the lights or whatever the fuck it may be. You can just feel the carelessness in there. But when you go to a pop-up that somebody has passion throwing and putting effort into the design and the decorations and the sound system and all that shit, like there's a huge difference right when you walk in the door instantly. Between the two.
It's like a threshold. Like I couldn't have said it better myself. Like it's like people appreciate and crave and like are willing to spend money on that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So yeah, they're starting to become trendy. Like even when we do our outreach to different markets and stuff like that, we're starting to like kind of like meet through social media all these like independent like indie promoters who are throwing pop-ups in these cities, whether they're like college. A lot of them are like college parties and whatever, but even like luxury events or whatever, they're starting to pop up here and there. And I think they're sick. They're fun to throw. They're hard, but like they're rewarding, and you make a fat bag on it too, versus like a normal check at like a bar or club kind of deal. So
yeah, it's tough to negotiate good rates in a club, especially locally. Right?
Yeah, locally, especially it becomes, especially if you're like been playing the same spots for years and years or whatever, multiple times a month, like it becomes, and then you start building those personal relationships with the bookers and whatever. So that's when it gets weird. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it gets tough.
Yeah. So. What are the hot spots in Milwaukee right now? Because when I was going there, at first it was Dick's, and then I think they either closed or switched management or something. 720 was always popping. Sight was definitely popping at one point. Lucid was the shit for sure by the time I was...
That was like peak Lucid too, damn near. Like
yeah.
Even
Plum was dope though on that other street.
Yep. Plum was cool. That's now Room 7. He throws a party at Room 7 every Thursday. He's got that shit crazy. It's like a college thing.
Dope.
Right now, 720 is still popping. Bodega is super hot right now in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that. Where's that at?
It's a Latin club right on Water Street, right next to by the Ladybugs. I don't know if you remember the Ladybugs, but it's right on Water Street. It's maybe like 3 blocks away from 720.
Okay.
So in the club game, those two clubs are kind of running it right now. Milwaukee is starting to like aggressively turn into like a college town. like college bars are really popping right now. Like even the like hybrid spots like that are, you know, bars like restaurants during the day but bars at night are starting to become super popular. I feel like that's kind of the trajectory the industry's going anyway right now. But there's a new spot called the Brewery. It used to be a restaurant. They converted it into like a restaurant by day kind of club, bar at night, open format, whatever. That's probably one of the hottest spots in the city right now. Just flooded, lines down the street every weekend, which is crazy.
Really?
It's wild.
They got DJs in there?
They got DJs. Yep. I play there. It's super fun room.
Nice. And shouts to my boy Sopa too. We forgot to
shout out to
mention
Sopa. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sopa's the GOAT. He's doing his thing out there. So yeah, spots like that are really popular. RWB is really popular. And Brothers, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I've definitely noticed the scene has it's becoming like a hybrid bar, like college town. Like all the big giant party bars with the fancy productions are where people are going like pretty heavy these days.
So it's like not necessarily nightclubs, traditional nightclubs. It's more
nah,
of
bro,
a
like
chill environment, but with everything that you would get from a nightclub. Nice
kinda
lighting
deal,
system, good music.
Yep, like the nightclubs are popular, you know, like they're still kicking, they're doing their thing. People go there when they're feeling a club vibe. You know, but when I'm in town, I'm only exclusively playing like those party bars, the cool like hybrid spots, that kind of stuff. So
Dope.
yeah.
What's up with Even Steve, bro? He left you, man.
Dude, he left me, bro.
What do you guys think about that? How does Milwaukee feel about Even Steve leaving like that?
We miss him. We fucking miss him, bro. Dude, he is the GOAT, man. Yeah, I mean, he really is a rock star, dude. You know, he knows his worth, bro. He's crushing it with his Patreon, his edits, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect, dude. He just had to get out. I was actually I was out in New York with Matt OMG Parker.
Yeah. I never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Who is that guy?
I'm kidding.
But yeah, no, I know. But yeah, I was out there. I played a gig out there, and I hit up fucking Steve, dude. That's that guy.
Yeah.
He was out of town.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but he's been crushing it.
That's dope.
I'm really proud of him, bro. He's just such a stud.
Yeah, he's the man. He I definitely subscribe to his Patreon. I love the amount of content that dude puts out. I don't subscribe to a ton of DJs Patreons for music like that, but I can't imagine anyone keeping up with him.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, it's wild. The numbers he's doing just organically. I mean, he's smart, man. Like, it's cool. I went to Nashville with him just to kick it. Like, we just went there to just like link up with some DJ homies, go out, whatever. And I didn't fucking realize how many people know this guy. Like, it was crazy. It really fucked my ego up. You know what I mean? Like,
That's good to be able to admit. That's real shit.
Yeah,
I
bro.
appreciate that.
I swear. And you know, we get there, and every spot we go, the DJ. First of all, I hear one of his edits everywhere we went. We heard at least one of his edits, and then you know, we go to this. It was like the 20-year anniversary. They do this thing at Winners and Losers every week or month or something, where they have this big country concert. And you know, Roadhouse was playing Silver. You know Silver?
I know the name. I know who he is. I don't know him personally.
He's like makes all these dope country edits on you know, Club Killers and stuff. And so he like, of course, knows Steve. He like got us backstage. Morgan Wallen was like 10 feet away from me. I was like, what is happening? Where am I right now? He's just the most humble dude on earth, bro. It's crazy.
That's sick.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. I don't know him well. And it's crazy because when I was going to Milwaukee and shit, like, I didn't meet him. I didn't see him. He wasn't like one of the young kids or whatever. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I actually met him at Liquor Box one night. He was like hanging out with Romeo while I was DJing, and I played one of his fucking edits that I didn't even know was his. And he came down and was like, "Yo, thanks for playing my shit." And I was like, "What? Which one? Like what?" I don't know. Literally. What's going on here? And then since then, I've just seen him blow up, and I'm like, that's fucking sick.
I'm so happy for him, dude. You hit it spot on, bro. Even locally, like, you know, he wasn't like he wasn't like the guy that everyone's like trying to book. Like he was just like another rotating DJ. Like he wasn't like promoting heavy. He didn't have like his own parties, none of that shit. You know what I mean? And suddenly like he just had this explosion with the edits, and he just moved to New York, and I love that for him.
Yeah,
that's a huge win.
I think a big part of this game, which I was never a believer in, Dolo used to say this all the time when we were doing the Strategy and Dolo show and all that stuff. He would be like, bro, we have to leave Chicago. Like, it's the only way. We have to leave Chicago. We have to go somewhere else. He wanted to go to LA. And I was always a firm believer, like, nah, that's old school shit. Like, we have the internet, bro. We're doing shit on the internet. That reaches the entire world. We could do this from anywhere. We could stay right here in Chicago. But it wasn't until I went to Houston, unfortunately, and realized that he was right. Because coming back here, you get treated differently. You get seen differently. People respect you differently. It's a different thing when you leave, because it takes some balls to leave.
That's crazy. We talk about that all the time, bro. So that's wild to hear. Yeah,
even if you go to a shit city, even like a lot of people are like, oh, you got to go to LA because like LA is a spot, or New York's a spot, big ass cities, A markets. I went to Houston.
Yeah,
it's a like, Z market.
Well, dude, I feel like Houston's kind of dope though. Like I've never been to Houston. I hear good things about it. I don't know, like I thought you were damn near still out there. Like I'm so confused about like all that too. What was out there in Houston? How long were you even out there for?
I was out there for 3 years.
I mean, that's a fat minute. I mean,
yeah, it was a long time. It was shockingly, I don't know how I made it that long.
Bro, so did you just go there like balls free, like no plan?
No, me and Dolo were working for Bottle Blonde from the day that they opened here in Chicago. And then we were doing all like the promo videos and stuff like that. We were throwing the Strategy and Dolo show on Fridays. We were like working pretty closely with them. And when they were talking about opening up Houston, they asked us if we wanted to go be the residents there.
Got it.
So our GM at the time at Bottled Chicago was supposed to go out there and be the GM. So we wanted to go with him. It was supposed to be like a whole team, bunch of people from Chicago going out there, doing their thing there. It kept getting delayed. I mean, the talks about this happened definitely sometime early 2018, maybe even late 2017. And it kept getting pushed back, delayed. So then it sort of became one of those things where like, it's probably like not even really happening. Like we were hyped at first when we heard about it, and then it kept taking so long. We were like, they're probably just bullshit and whatever. Pandemic hits, everything shut down. Bottle Blonde Houston opens up October 2020, in the middle of the entire world being shut down,
which is trippy.
So they're like, all right, guys, you ready to go? And we're like, yeah, why not?
Like, I'm playing GTA anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, nobody's working, nothing's going on. They're giving us an opportunity to go work there, and we're like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Hell yeah.
So we went out there, opened that up, and it was like, I'm thankful for going there for sure, 100%. But I've definitely realized some things that switched my perspective from just even the whole offering of this opportunity from the jump. I realized that they were giving it to us because no other fucking DJ in the company wanted to move to Houston.
I mean, yeah.
We had never been to Houston.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go out with like a bunch of Chicago people. It was supposed to be this whole thing, and it all got fucked up. Half of those people left the company before this. So you were supposed to
move out there with a big group of people?
Yeah,
from the company, or just homies?
From the company. Going to open up this Bottle Blonde. But it ended up just being me and Dolo. People from Arizona and people from Dallas came together and came there. Like all people that we knew, all homies for sure. And that was cool. But like it wasn't the original squad that we were thinking. And then we realized nobody from that company, especially the people from Arizona, are not going to Houston.
Yeah, like, that's valid. That's so valid. You don't think about these
shit.
Things. Dude, AZ is sick. I think I went to that Bottle Blonde out there too. I think so. That was lit.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the OG one?
Yeah.
That's sick. Damn, that's a good point, bro. And what, did everybody just hate it?
No, I mean, in the beginning it was cool because it was new and it was fresh, and Houston, Texas in general, just had a huge influx from the pandemic. Right? Like you get to see what all these states are really about when that happens. Some people were shut down for way longer than they should have been because that's the type of state that they were. And then you got Texas that was never shut down really. And like that kind of drove a lot of people to it. Like, oh shit, this is a dope spot to be. I'm thinking about expanding my business. And I was looking at, you know, Florida or Seattle or whatever it is, but now fuck it, let me see what's going on in Texas. So
it was the talk of the town, like nationally. Everybody was talking about, oh yeah, everyone's moving to Texas right now. You know, whatever, cheap property, whatever tax, whatever.
Yeah, low tax, cheap property, just cost of living in general, cheap. Like all these perks for sure.
Yep.
And then I'd say probably like a year after that huge influx, it sort of plateaued. And you saw a lot of these brand new spots that came down and opened up starting to shut down. And then just more spots are shutting down. It's not having that boom that it was having. It sort of plateaued. And then like people are realizing, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. The rest of the world's opening back up. People are leaving. Like it really started to switch. I didn't enjoy it at all, but the money was really good. And every time I kept coming back here, I would come once every other month, play some gigs, visit, see the people, feel out the city. It didn't feel good. I'm like, I'm not going to move back home and give up all this money that I'm making for like remnants of what this place used to be, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And so that's really what kept me out there was the money. And then there just came a point where I was like, all right, money is not that important. I'm fucking just depressed. I'm just at rock bottom. I hate being here. I hate everyone here. I hate my life.
Is Dolo still out there?
Mm-hmm.
He is still out there.
Yeah.
Is he still playing Bottle Blanc?
They shut down.
It's shut down. Damn.
Yeah.
So that I did. So I'm assuming that's why you moved back, or did you move back?
No,
before
I moved
that?
back before it shut down. I knew that place was shutting down. I'm telling you, bro. You could see it.
Yeah.
You could see that city had a thing going,
and you saw the other venues starting to shut down, and you're like, okay, this I can see it coming. It's like D-Day coming up here.
Yeah, for sure. You could tell what was going on. And not to say that there's nothing going on in Houston. I mean, there's dope DJs out there. There's people I like out there. I talk a lot of shit on this podcast in general, and I have a lot of shit to say about Houston, so I don't hold back. But reality is I have homies out there. There's definitely things happening there. You can make money out there. There's clubs out there.
The Rockets are kind of exciting.
The Rockets, I mean, that's good.
They're young.
They had the Astros won the World Series when I was there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was cute.
That must have been fun.
It was cute.
Were you?
I was here when the Cubs won.
He said it was cute.
Like the Billy Goat curse. They hadn't won in however many years, and then they won. Like, and that's my city. So then, like being in another city that I don't really even like, and their team wins, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater.
No, bro. Like, no. That's hilarious. You know what trips me out is that you and Dolo had the let's get out of here mentality in Chicago. Like we talk about moving to Chicago. Yeah. Like it's trippy to me because it's like, damn, like, is this what every DJ thinks? Like, do you know what I mean? Like it trips me out because it's like, yes, like sure, because I have a similar mindset. I'm like, yo, I can make it wherever, and don't have to move if I really just work hard enough, right? But at the same time, I hear like all these goated beastie DJs talking about, you know, we got to get out. But I'm like, bro, you live in Chicago, you live in New York, LA, or Scottsdale, or whatever it might be. That kind of stuff really trips me out. For sure.
It's not necessarily about the city you live in. It's not like you have to leave one city for a better city. It's just about leaving wherever you're at.
Just the fact of just ripping off the Band-Aid, not being complacent, not hitting ceilings, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Leaves a statement. Yeah.
Everyone from the place where you're at, seeing you leave, and everyone on your social media, you're following, your fans, whoever, seeing you leave and really take a risk, take a jump, and go for what you want. People respect the fuck out of that. And I didn't realize that until I did it. Because like I said, I had that. I was like, man, we got the internet. We're on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter about where you're at. But it
Yeah,
does.
man, that's super, super cool to hear for us young kids. Because, like, something that we think about a lot, it's like, yo, like, do we just make some noise and just get out, you know? So that's sick. I mean, Declan's crushing it.
Yeah, bro. Dex
Is fucking killing it.
You know, this is a dude that I don't even did. He ended up in Nashville because his girl got a job there, right? I'm pretty sure. That's
I think
what he
so,
said.
something like that. Yeah.
So he just was like, fuck it. I'm with my girl. I can DJ wherever. I'll go to Nashville, whatever. And ended up hitting a lick, bro. Like, Nashville is booming.
Nashville was one of my favorite top 3 of all the cities I was at this year. It was so sick, bro. I loved Nashville.
It's booming. It's awesome. It's fun. They're pouring money into it. They are growing for sure.
Fast.
Yeah, fast.
Did that Bottle Blonde open yet?
No.
Is that
I can't imagine. After they just had Houston close, Miami closed less than a year after they opened.
Damn.
There's I can't imagine that they end up doing it, but maybe. I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth
so
from
you
that
think
company.
they're just gonna pull it all together?
I mean, it's been forever since they've been talking about opening that place up.
Trippy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nashville was out of control, bro. I mean, I love country. I mean, do you like country?
I've never been a huge fan. I played at the farm a couple times and got like my country crates up and like, you know, did some research, and my girl loves country. She helped me out. I got some homies that love it. Got some good songs. I could get down with some of this shit. I don't love it. You're not going to catch me listening to it in my whip, but I don't hate it like I used to.
You won't listen to like Luke Combs right now or something, or like in the whip on the way to...
Man, if it came on, I wouldn't change it, but I'm not
you'd
going
sing
out of
along
my
in
way.
your head at least.
Yeah, I'll enjoy it while it's on.
You'd like twiddle your thumbs. You kind of do one of these.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold up my phone, for Bad Bunny because I want him to change the song.
Yeah,
I'll accept it. It's fine.
You know, it's crazy because I don't even listen to music. Like, really, I listen to like podcasts. I listen to YouTube videos. I watch mukbangs. I like watch people eat. It's kind of weird, but
yeah.
And I think part of it is just because I have music blasting in my face all the time, you know, at the club, and I don't want to listen to music. I just like study the charts. I know what people are listening to.
Yeah.
But like I'll listen to jazz, and then suddenly like it kind of transitioned to country. Because it's like I never played country at the club really ever. And like I didn't want to listen to I didn't want to listen to Drake. I didn't want to listen to rap. I didn't want to listen to like even like EDM house music. I just listened to like jazz if I was listening to music, and then it just pivoted into country, and I'm like, I kind of like country. And it was recent. This was in the last year, and now I like country quite a bit.
So are you sprinkling that into your sets now? I mean, how do you, if you're not listening to music? I just had this conversation with Heavy actually about like playing for yourself when you're DJing at least a little bit, and like giving the crowd a piece of you and filling up your cup, as he would put it. If you're not listening to a lot of music and you're not like inspired by stuff that's coming out right now, how are you doing that?
That's a really good question. All right. So I'm a big like social media dude. I know what people are listening to, and I'm definitely like a people pleaser DJ. So like I really don't play for myself most of the time. You know, if it's some cool room, like if I'm playing at Tao and like I know I can just drop some like filthy house shit, like that's a little bit for myself because I have all these fun like house remixes and whatever. But I think I most of the time play for my crowd. If I do, are you saying like if I play country live, like do I play country live and incorporate it because it's for
like,
myself?
Would you drop something and you're like, dude, this song is so dope. I
Absolutely.
love listening to it in my car. I'm drunk right now. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play it.
Are you kidding me? Noah Kahan. And like I'll drop Stick Season at peak hour if I have to.
Yeah.
But again, I play like big college party bar rooms. So like it works. I mean, you know, as long as it's appropriate. But like absolutely, I'll have a couple like selfish moments there. You know, like Like I've played When It Rains It Pours, Luke Combs at peak hour more times than I can count on my hands.
Yeah. And has
and
it worked
works,
every
bro.
time, or was there a couple times when it was like,
It works, like the girls love it.
Mm-hmm.
It works like, but the dudes will get going to it because they know every word too. They just don't want to tell anybody. But I would say it works maybe like 75% of the time.
okay, yeah.
But I only play that for like the college shit. Like I won't, I probably won't drop that in the club. You know what I mean? I have boundaries with myself. But yeah, if I'm lit up at like a residency or something, like
Yeah. Somewhere
gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Put on your boots. It's time to go.
Yeah, get your cowboy hats on, the big buckles.
Yeah, get the buckles out. Get the what do they call it? Assless chaps.
Assless chaps if you're at that kind of spot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro. Hell yeah. So it's fun. It's fun.
Dope.
But I don't want I definitely listen to music, but I just if I'm like driving or something, 9 times out of 10 I'll throw on a podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What pods you like? What's your favorite pods?
So I don't even listen to that many DJ pods or anything. I listen to like a lot of like NBA podcasts. I just watch ESPN recaps and a couple small YouTubers that keep popping up in my algos that I kind of liked. Like there's this dude S Ross, I think he's from like Boston or New York, that I watch. Pretty sweet NBA podcast. He makes like mock drafts, like he'll simulate seasons on 2K and then like predict shit. It's kind of fun to watch.
Okay,
so I'll do that.
You're a sports guy.
I only like basketball, and very loosely, which is so funny. Like I grew up, I didn't watch any sports. I don't watch football. I don't watch baseball. I kind of like basketball, so I started watching basketball, and I don't know if that's like the Jew in me or something, but like
that's got something to do
Jewish
with it,
people
sure.
like basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
that's a thing?
Like Adam Sandler,
Mm-hmm.
like that's a thing.
That's a thing for sure.
So I think that's pretty hilarious that I just naturally started liking basketball. So I do like NBA. Like basketball's fun. I'm a big Bucks fan. Go Bucks. The Bulls just freaking beat us. That's disgusting.
I'll take that. I like that.
So we're having a rough start to the season, but honestly, I'm really hopeful for it. I'm optimistic. They just kind of got to like work on their chemistry a little bit, and we're gonna be right back into that equation. So,
do the Bucks have a DJ?
They do. Shauna. So,
I know who.
Do you know
is.
Shauna?
Yeah,
she's dope, dude. She's making a lot of cool noise in the scene. She doesn't do like any clubs, no bars, at all. She just does like corporate stuff. And
she got more money than all of us. Then.
Fuck yeah, dude, she does, dude. Yeah, she got more money than all of us. We're over here talking about, like we're gonna make people love us. We're gonna move out of town for 3 years. Meanwhile, she just made $4,000 during this conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That corporate check is a nice one.
Yeah, no, she has has done a great job with their corporate bag. She's doing her thing. So shout out to Shauna for sure. So she's the Bucks DJ. She does a really, really good job at it. And then my boy Quaddy. Do you know Quaddy?
Quaddy.
He's an OG, kind of bald, ripped dude.
Maybe if I saw him, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
DJ Quaddy, he's dope. He's the Marquette men's basketball DJ.
Okay, tight.
So he does all their game days and stuff. So he's a rock star too. I love that guy.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, man, that's kind of where they're at. Shauna's like pretty locked in. She's been doing it for 5 years, 4 to 5 seasons, I think. But it's what seems like eternity. Like they love her for sure.
Nice.
She does a good job.
That's dope.
So yeah.
And you're doing this road to Coachella thing?
Yeah, I am the Coachella guy.
I saw that. You're the Coachella guy. I saw that on your Instagram.
All over my social media.
What is it? What is the goal? Is to just play Coachella in 2025?
Yeah, dude, that's the goal.
How did it come about? What were you doing when you said, you know what? I'm going to commit the next 365 days to getting to Coachella.
Well, a big part of it was like I wanted to really give my audience something to look forward to. Like I wanted to give my audience, whether they're hating on me or loving on me, I just wanted to give my audience something that I can post that's not DJ related. That's not like direct content from me DJing a club or recaps and all that shit. I was getting tired of all that, and I was kind of in a content slump. And I was also like, yo, I kind of want to like blow up soon. I want to start traveling. I want to like get out of the market, fucking meet like more DJs, like people who really make noise in the industry nationally. And so I decided to just call myself out on social media that I'm gonna be DJing at Coachella, because I thought it would shake up and make some fun noise. And it's also a good way to kind of like hold myself accountable for posting content every single day, create a storyline, throughout the year and for coming years and whatnot, and play at Coachella.
Yeah.
I want it to be like a David versus Goliath story. Like, okay. I want it to be like, that's the way I'm kind of like trying to brand it. Like I want it to be like this small town DJ from Milwaukee. Who's this nobody? And now he's playing at Coachella.
Okay.
And so every win, every loss kind of deal, throughout the year, I'm documenting it, and I'm editing it, and I'm posting it, and I'm tying everything into this whole storyline.
Is there something that you have to do if you don't make it? Like, do you have to go streaking down Water Street or something?
That's such a good question.
Is there, if you don't make it, is there a punishment?
Do I go streaking down Water Street? Here's the thing, like, we haven't talked about that because failure is not an option. We're gonna hit it, bro. Look, if I don't get it this year, I'll get it one year. I've been tagging them. I've tagged Coachella so much that I'm surprised they haven't blocked me yet. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, we should come up with like a punishment though. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Streaking down Water Street is like a viable top 3 option and not 3. Like, I kind of like that. But dude, if I don't get it, I'm just gonna do another 365 days.
Yeah,
honestly,
as you should. I mean, if it doesn't happen right off the bat, doesn't mean you stop. I mean, who would be DJing still if that was the case? You know what I mean?
Exactly,
who would be doing
dude.
anything that they're doing. So you definitely don't stop. But I would like to see you naked on Water Street. Pause.
I don't know, man. That would be crazy. I feel like a lot of people would. That'd be funny. That would be like, it looks like the goddamn Bucks title championship parade.
Yeah.
Down that bitch. So yeah, that's great. We'll have to add that to our notes. Let's figure that out.
Okay. And then, but what, like, do you have to be an artist to do Coachella, or do they have like just DJs? Are you making your own music? Are you going like, is that the brand you're going towards? Is that the vision is to be John Summit, not Jazzy Jeff?
So right now, like, I'm kind of at a phase, like, kind of like in my career where I am rebranding into, I'm trying to go the artist route, but I'm not like, no doors are closed, right? So I'm kind of taking wins that we're getting and like stretching them by a mile. So like, I had a video with Twisted Tea go viral for me. So congratulations, Twisted Tea, you've now entered the storyline. So now I got Twisted Teas with me all the time and all this shit. And so my point is, like, yes, in a perfect world, because I am now producing music and I've put out a couple edits and I've worked with my buddies who produce, they help me out, put out my vision for whatever my edits and stuff. And in a perfect world, yes, I would be booked as an artist, right? And, I'd love to blow up that way and be this artist and start touring and boom, career's set, right? But a lot easier said than done. Like, there's a million different directions, like, as you know, that your career can go. So we are leaving the doors open. Like, I'm going to stretch the Twisted Tea stuff. The country boiler room parties that I throw are super poppin' in the city. Like, we sell that bitch out every time. So I'm stretching that by a mile. If I have to be the country DJ, Country BG has entered the chat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? At least for a little bit. It's not like it's going to be my whole brand.
Yeah, but it's a door, right? And you can go in it and see what's on the other side of it and take what you want and leave the rest if that's the case, or, go full throttle.
Exactly, bro. Like, Loud Luxury is doing country parties right now.
That's dope. Let me ask you about country boiler room, but let me take a piss real quick first.
Yeah, go for it.
You guys need a pee or drink or anything?
I think I'm good.
Very exciting news. Brand new sponsor for the show. Shouts to Long Drink. They see the vision. If you guys like what's going on here, you got to go buy some Long Drink. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back. Check this out. All right, party people, you know how it is. Late nights, great music, and that perfect vibe. And what's a better way to elevate the night than with a refreshing drink in your hand? I'm talking about the Finnish long drink. If you haven't heard of it yet, the long drink is not just any drink. It's a legendary Finnish favorite that's been around since the 1952 Summer Games. It's a deliciously refreshing blend of premium liquor, natural grapefruit flavor, and just the right amount of carbonation. It's smooth, crisp, and perfect for any occasion, whether you're chilling with friends, getting the weekend started, or just winding down after a set. And the best part? It's super convenient. No need to be a mixologist. Just crack the can and you've got a perfectly mixed, ready to drink cocktail. Whether you're into the classic, zero, or strong, there's a long drink for everyone. So next time you're tuning into the show or spinning your own beats, grab a long drink and take your night to the next level, because good vibes deserve great drinks. Cheers to the perfect mix. Music and long drink. Let's go, champ. Let's get back to the show. Thank you guys for watching. Shouts to long drink. Make sure you go grab one. Peace. All right, we're back. Sorry. Country Boiler Room, Road to Coachella. Tell me about this Country Boiler Room, how it started, when did you start it, and where's it coming to next? But before that, you did mention Twisted Tea a lot.
Yeah.
And I just have to let you know that this is a long drink sponsored podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I feel like you need to try one of these.
Looks like they might have some competition. Let's try one out.
Oh, damn. Yo, my mini fridge went haywire, bro.
Is it warm?
This thing's hot.
It's not even warm.
Like,
it's like
hot.
Boiling right now.
Hot long
Why
drink.
don't you give me the red one then?
I don't know if that should be your introduction to the game. I feel like you should try this one.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one in the fridge. Let me get you a cold.
Okay, yeah, sweet.
This thing is hot, bro.
It's literally, dude. I need. You got a pair of gloves? What
Is
the
it
fuck?
alcoholic or non-alcoholic? It's rum infused with.
This is boiling hot.
Those things are actually bad.
Are you sure this isn't a cup of tea? Are you sure this isn't Twisted Tea?
Yo, speaking of returning things to Amazon, dog,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing's going right back. Jesus Christ. Here,
hilarious.
take the cold one.
That's funny. Do you want this one back?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here, want to pass it over? There you go.
We'll trade.
That's
Thank
funny
you.
as shit.
All right, no, sorry, I just had to do that. Shouts to long drink. Let's go,
Yeah.
champ. Country Boiler Room. Tell me about it.
Let me try this long drink out first.
Oh yeah, get in there.
What flavor is this?
Cranberry.
Let's try this out. Twisted Tea might have some competition. It's fire. You want to try some?
You can't really taste the alcohol.
It's fire. I mean, you can't really. I'll finish it. You can pass it back. We'll send
Sick.
it. Delicious.
Tight.
Fire. Fire.
It's so funny. Dude.
The whiskey is a great. Yeah,
this
dude.
thing's hot.
That felt like you handed me like a hot tea. Like you'd think we're in like England or something. Like,
Yeah, that's insane.
having like some tea.
That's insane.
That's wild. Yeah, send that back. I can send you like. Do you know how to return things on Amazon?
Yeah,
It's
I get
really
it.
easy.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. I've been Jewish for
brother,
34 years, man.
You said it, not me. Perfect. We got it down. Hell yeah, bro. Well, yeah, the Country Boiler Room. All right, so this is fun. So, I just had an idea one day. I actually my buddy Cody. He's gonna love that I shouted him out because the first party we did, it was a shit show. Like, I mean, we sold it out. There was a fat line down the street. People loved it. And Cody was like, "You're such a dick, bro. Like, you didn't even give me a shout out, like nothing." Because he DM'd me one day and he sent me like some college frat boy posted a reel about like them throwing a Country Boiler Room at like a frat basement. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like it struck a chord in me, and I'm like, I'm doing this. So that's literally where the idea came from. Like my buddy Cody sent me a reel of some frat boys doing it, and I'm like, bro, like I just listened to Luke Combs like 10 minutes ago. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I throw like a Country Boiler Room party. We build like a DJ booth with barrels and smoke CO2, and it's super lit. And we set it up in the middle of a room. I do it at Red Rock in Milwaukee, which is a country bar. They have like the bowl and everything. And that's it. I just basically did like a rollout for it, ticketed. You know, the venue was cool with it.
Yeah.
And it just exploded. Like people loved it. And I've done 3 now, and we're doing an entire tour now with it, including Chicago.
What date?
January 17th. And am I allowed to say the venue, or do they tell us not to announce it? I can? Okay. Joe's on Wheat Street.
Nice.
Yes. So
legendary Chicago spot.
is that a good one?
It's like super OG, yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at like 1,000 cap for that event too, which is going to be super sick. So, but yeah, we have 5 cities right now locked in.
So what
not including Milwaukee.
What exactly is it? It's DJ booth surrounded by people, right? And then it's all country music, strict all country, or does it get to like a turn up with EDM?
Fuck
Do you
no.
go Yee-Dm on them, or
we
is
do
it just
EDM.
like
There's definitely Yee-Dm.
okay?
So like country EDM friendly, definitely, but like all country. Like I yelled at my opener last time. I'm like, bro, if you play anything but country, I'm gonna rip your head out. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
Did he follow the rules?
He did good. Yeah, the first event, the opener played like some pop shit, and I'm like, yo, what's the name of this party, bro? Well, the real reason, I honestly didn't care that much, but I got feedback from guests, and they were like, hey, like, sick event, we loved it, but you said all country, and I heard Bruno Mars, so fix that quick. So yeah, now it's just like all straight country the whole time, and country EDM, so EDM friendly for sure.
Okay,
and it's a hit, bro. People love it right now.
Yeah.
I feel like country's hot. Like we keep talking about country. This is hilarious. But country, I feel like is just hot right now, and people love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is hot right now, and it's like it's that nice curveball you can throw. There's always been, you know, you're doing your DJ set and you're playing a bunch of house music, and then all of a sudden Journey comes on.
Yes.
Or some, you know, ballad, sing along, curveball type thing. And I feel like country is sort of that right now.
That's exactly
it's that
where it is.
curveball.
Yeah. So absolutely. You know, it's one of those things where people don't hear it out enough. And you know, if you can take it to kind of more of like a mainstream audience, they'll like eat it up.
Yeah,
You
it
know.
does go so hard, bro. Sam Hunt, House Party.
Hell yeah. All the classics.
With the Luke, who is it? Luke Bryant, fucking, what's the song at 106 that mixes right in there?
At 106?
Yeah,
Country Girl, Shake It For Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the mixes right in there. Dude, that's my back-to-back every time. And Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy is right up there
all
too.
that, exactly.
Throw them in back-to-back. Boom, you just got your routine.
Yeah.
So it's been fun though. The Country Boiler Room, yeah, good time.
That's
for the
dope.
Chicago audience listening. You
For
know,
sure, yeah.
it'll be in
Where do they get
Chicago.
tickets if they want them?
My social media.
Just hit you
Find
up?
me on socials.
Okay.
Once I think we're announcing it in a couple weeks. Or
Still
something.
building the website and getting it all together. and all
Yeah.
that.
It's we still got a couple months, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for that.
Fuck yeah.
Fun party, real fun party. Yeah, it's been really fun just throwing parties, honestly.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, you know, more, you know, at least when I'm at home, you know. I enjoy it more than just like another bar night, you know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah. It's really dope. It's got a theme. People like that. People like to be able to dress up, put some cowboy boots on and a cowboy hat. And
Hell
go to
yeah.
the country night.
Any time of
and,
year.
like, you get to let loose a little bit. You know what you're spending your money on. You have a plan to execute. It's not like, all right, I'm just going to leave the crib and like go to whatever poppin' street.
Right.
You know,
It's
Hubbard
like
Street
something to
and
do.
figure it out.
Exactly.
Aimlessly. I'd rather just sit in my underwear and watch Netflix.
Literally.
Like when you put the pieces together for somebody, it makes it easier for them to make the decision, right?
100%.
You're giving them, I got this, I set this up for you, I did this for you, I did this for you. All you got to do is show up, have a good time.
Perfectly said, bro. Like, you know, and it just kind of touches to that point that we were talking about earlier, like going out, people, it gets stale for people. You know, they like experiences. Like experiences sell. You know, one thing that used to bug me all the time, and you know, it still comes up as DJs, like you I'm sure have heard it a million times, like we're expected to be the promoter all the time. We're expected to sell tables. We're expected to have a 20-30 person guest list, whatever it might be, right? And at least for me, that's kind of like the way that I was brought up in the industry. I've always been told, you know, how many people you bring in, like what's good. You know, people book me, like what's good, like we'll pay you a bonus $1 per, just shit bullshit like that, right? And you know, none of us are famous, so it kind of gets to the point where it's like, how about we create an experience and use that as our promo, and not try to like use the DJ name as as the promo. Like none of us are fucking John Summit, right? Like yet, but these experiences help sell and bring people out, right? Because it's like, there you go. Like the DJ, you might not know the DJ, but if you're worried about promo, how about a cool like theme or like a cool event, right?
Yeah.
That we can really push. So
it's a nice way to get the club to put up a little bit more money too, because like we talked about earlier, it's hard to get your rate up, especially if you're local. And if you can go in there, let's say they're giving you $500, you want to get 1,000 because you feel like you've built your brand up, you're worth $1,000. Is the club's lights going to turn off because they gave you an extra $500? No. Is the fucking owner not going to be able to put gas in his boat because he gave you an extra $500?
Literally.
No. So like that money is definitely there for the taking, but it's really fucking hard to convince somebody to give it to you when they've just been paying you $500 this whole time
for 2 years.
It's
whatever,
like
3 years.
What are you doing now that you weren't doing then or something? And you can try and explain to them, and you got a 50-50 shot at getting some extra dough out of them. Hey, I've done this, I bring this value. When I'm here, my music's good enough that people spend extra money, your ring is higher, whatever, classic arguments. But if you come to them with something like that and you say, I want to throw this theme party and I want to spend $200 on these decorations and I want to spend $100 on these giveaways and I want to do this, and like let's create something for the people and everyone will benefit. I get to put my name on a dope party that's really fun and I can get good content out of it, and your spot's packed and your name is attached to it and it's really fun and everyone's talking about it. Did you go to that party? That I feel like you can get them to give you an extra $500 for easy.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the most success doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to waste my energy trying to negotiate and stress myself out talking to bookers who are my friends, right? Too, you know, it's annoying. It's not fun. Nobody likes doing it. Approaching venues with a plan, a budget, and this is what we're doing. It, you know, it's just so much better and it's effective. You know, it's just hard. A lot of people like don't want to do it because it's just like a lot of work. You got to like grind for it, but it's just more rewarding. You know, you grind for yourself versus someone else. You know, so yeah, well said though. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah, so. I feel like that's a big thing. That's huge added value to your name. You may not be taking home that extra $500 into your bank account, but it's growing your brand, which will in turn bring you more money. And like, you know, you're a Jew, you know how the game works, you know how to get money. You do this event at one spot and another spot sees it and they want you to do something with them, and you tell them like, yeah, I'm totally down, but like they gave me $1,500 over there. And that's the only reason it went so well. So if you want it to go as well over here, let's go. Now you're getting rates. Now you're negotiating. Right. Now you're able to swing something.
Exactly.
Also, that's with leaving your city, that is what helps the most with getting more money too. Because when you come back, you haven't been DJing at that place for the last 5 years. They missed you for 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, whatever it is. Now you're back. Hey, what's up? I'm in town. Like, let's lock in a date. And then you get to renegotiate, right? You haven't been there for so long getting that same rate. You get to tell them like, all right, this is what I need.
Dude, I love that. You know, one thing on that point that kind of worries me is like, you know, I'd be curious to hear your opinions on this. Did you ever like go home while you were in Houston?
Yeah.
To DJ? And were people pissed at you for it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, bruh, you made this whole thing, you left, now you're coming back playing with my money, kind of, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of optics, and like I think about that kind of stuff too, and it's like, how does that affect your optics if you ever want to come back home?
I think in Chicago in particular, we have a super tight DJ community and everyone loves each other. We all talk a horrific amount of shit to each other, but like to each other, you know, and it sometimes people get drunk and get mad at each other, but whatever, it's always squashed and there's love at the base of the relationship. So like, truthfully, I didn't feel that at all. I didn't feel like anybody was mad at me. I think the most common thing I got was like yo, you guys left, and then like nobody's really DJing anymore. Like there's all these
The
younger
scene feels
kids,
different.
like
Yeah.
it's not. It always felt really fucking good to come home. That was for sure. In that sense of like, people actually miss you, and you start to realize that they did see what you were doing and have respect for what you were doing while you were there. Because when you're there doing it, sometimes it goes overlooked. You don't feel like people are seeing what you're doing. You're putting all this work in, you're throwing these events, you're like going above and beyond, but you're not able to really reap the benefits, so it doesn't feel like anything is working. But then you leave and you come back, and people like start telling you about all the shit you were doing and like how cool it was and like all this shit, and you're like, damn, people were paying attention for real.
Yep.
I mean,
It's rewarding.
Yeah.
It's rewarding. That's like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
But I
That's
didn't
dope.
feel any hate. I mean, I even came back and took some motherfuckers' jobs.
Yeah.
And they're
yeah.
still my homies.
That's dope. That's sick. That's good insight, bro.
But I wouldn't have just done that. Like, I talked to them first. I got an offer to like do a Friday night somewhere where I knew someone else was already doing it, and I talked to him, and he's like, bro, it sucks, I hate it, I don't show up half the time, I send someone else in. And I'm like, all right, so like, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'll try it.
Yeah, that's valid.
You
That's
know?
super valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's just something I think about, you know, talking to my buddies who do travel or have moved and shit like that, you know. It's interesting thinking about markets and the different markets and the DJ communities in those markets and how they react. And like, I wonder, like, sometimes I just think to myself, I'm like, bro, I feel like everybody just feels the same way. Like, we're all doing the same thing, just in different places. See, I fucking hit the I hit the crack pipe, and now I'm fucking.
I took a piss and you were in here smoking.
Dude, yeah, no, it's right next to me. It's so fucking dangerous, man. I gotta stop. Get off that damn thing.
You got popcorn lungs.
That's like the cringiest thing. Like, people say that, like that sounds terrifying, bro. Like,
Doesn't sound good, that's for sure.
it doesn't sound pleasant.
Yeah.
And if I do have PL, I honestly, like, at this point, I don't know if I'll wave the white flag, because it's like, I already got PL.
Yeah,
I
but-
enjoy vaping.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Or I'll just double down on the Zins, whatever.
And hopefully you get to Coachella before the PO takes you out is really the issue here.
Dude, punishment. If I don't make it to Coachella, no vaping for a month.
That's a hard thing to do, and also a healthy thing to do. I think that'd be a good punishment. It's kind of a puss out from streaking down Water Street, but
Shit, you're right.
it would be more beneficial for you. So
Yeah, no,
I
that's not
support it.
nearly as cool as. You're right. That's actually some pussy shit. Like, I shouldn't have even brought that up. You know, plus, what's the point of quitting vaping when this is the least healthy lifestyle anybody could choose for themselves?
Yeah.
Wait,
how
you
old
look
are you?
great, by the way.
I appreciate it.
I'm really trying to work on my health. I don't want to like become grossly out of shape. I'm trying to work on boundaries. I think I have made leaps with it, and I'm trying to create routines.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've been being cognizant about, because like, I'm 28 now.
28, yeah.
So like,
30's creeping up.
yeah,
You're starting to feel hangovers a little bit more. You're
like, I'm still recovering from Saturday.
yeah, you feel a little bit more guilty about drinking every fucking night that you're working.
Yeah.
I think it's a standard phase for a DJ to get into, for sure. The health phase, the alcohol consumption realization, like that's definitely
It's a
real
thing.
shit. It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 28, you're about 8 years away from your hat phase. So
Well, I'm
got
already
that.
like wearing hats like
Oh, you
30
got-
to 60% more than I used to.
But like what, like a regular hat, right? Not like a Pharrell hat. Like a bucket
No,
joint?
like hats like this.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
you're good. You're good.
I'm still good.
It'll evolve like 35 ish. You'll start being like, damn, I did these country boiler rooms and shit, and now people forgot about that, and like, what's my next shit? How can I reinvent myself? The hat,
hat.
like the grown and sexy, like the $500 velvet it's you'll get there.
It'll come around. Yeah. I can see a rebrand around that age.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fine. But dope. That's cool. Good insight on that. Just something I think about, bro, because it's cumbersome and I'm crazy. I'm like a crackhead. Like, I'll be out real late and then I'll get up, 10 a.m. and just get to grinding or do whatever. Like I can't sit still. Like it's rough. But so even if I feel horrible, atrocious, whatever, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, sometimes some people hangovers like impede their next day to the point where they're like not getting shit done that they were supposed to get done.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a way more prominent thing. If hangovers affect you like that, like you need to definitely think about stop drinking.
Yeah, pumping the brakes.
But unfortunately, hangovers don't really affect me that much, so I continue to punish myself.
Yeah. I punish myself. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. I punish myself more often than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll all pay off. Either way. So
yeah.
Sick. Can I tell my Millennium story?
Yeah. What is that? That Summerfest?
Yeah.
We talking Summerfest?
Yeah. It's a cool story that in Cam and I were kind of like talking about it in the car on the way up here.
Yeah.
It's a cool story. So I'll tell it. All right. So I played at Summerfest this year. And I opened for Millennium and I branded it really well and I was really excited about it. And it was at the amphitheater and that's like what, like 30,000 person. I mean, it was a fat stage. It's probably like the biggest room in the city.
Okay.
Like one of them. I mean, it's like an amphitheater. And, it was cool. I pulled up, and then I showed up and they pulled my set time. Well, they just like shortened my set time. They booked too many people or something last minute. So I played for like 15 people in like a 30,000 capacity room. It was dope though. Like, I played like I was like on the stage. I was, the production was sick, right? But like the sun was out, the lights weren't on. I was supposed to play from like 7 to 9 or something, but they moved me from like 7 to 7:45, which is cool. But I was vibing, and there was like 15 people there. But this was cool. They let me sell merch there, so I set up my merch, and I got like a pretty good amount of it. For the show and for the whole Summerfest stretch because I got to like headline the event too. Like I headlined, the headlining show was sick. There was like thousands there. That was like on a different stage. That was sick. But the Millennium one, I was like really like, yo, this is pretty sick. Like trying to push it. So yeah, like 15 people. I have like some videos of it. They're pretty funny. Played my set. It was a vibe. Nobody was there, but like I was definitely rocking it out. Disco Lines was on the bill that day. We were in the same elevator as Disco Lines, so that was pretty fun.
Is he a nice guy?
Yeah, chill, cool.
You give him a little elevator pitch or what?
That's a good one. No, I should have given an elevator pitch though. That's crazy. But yeah, whatever. Did the show. Nobody was there. Obviously, like my friends were like, "Hey, just pulling up at like 8," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm done already." I just didn't actually. I like put my phone on D&D, I think, until like midnight, and I'm like, "Sorry, I was just so caught up all night, I couldn't even get back to you."
Rocking 20,000.
Yeah, my bad. We go and look at the merch. All the merch was gone, so I sold like $1,500 of merch.
Sick.
So that was cool because I'm like, yo, like that's rewarding. That means like people were like, I had some fans in this bitch. Buying some merch. So, it's just like, I thought it was a cool story because it's like, it's just part of the grind, you can be like the biggest DJ in your market and play for 15 fucking people and, it's gonna take some grit and whatnot, but the merch sold and that tells me that people were there showing some love, and hope, I'm sure they were at the other show too. Yeah, but I just thought it was kind of a fun story, and I'm kind of like trying to mentally prepare for potentially playing in front of like 15 people as well, up until Coachella. To as I try to grow and travel around more and stuff like that. But it's been cool regardless though. It's been cool. It's been dope meeting all these DJs. from all over. I'm trying to like work as many like leads and networks as I can. You know, agencies, I don't know, like 4am or some other fancy agencies that we're finding out about that are associated with Coachella. But we'll figure it out. We're going to EDC on Friday this weekend.
Is that in Vegas?
Orlando.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So
that'll be tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I actually recently experienced kind of the same thing, you know, like I got put on this big show at the Wintrust Arena, Will Ferrell's Ultimate DJ House Party, Henry Fong, A-Track, Swedish House Mafia headlined. It's down south. It's where DePaul plays basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in Illinois?
Chicago, yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was really dope. And it's a good look, and it's some new shit. I've never done anything like that. Like, they were treating me like an artist. I had to coordinate with the people putting the event together and get a car pick me up and take me wherever I wanted. And like,
that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was really dope, bro. You're filling out like forms of sheets with all your information, because this is like a legit thing that, like, you know, Swedish House Mafia is also filling out that same shit. Like,
you're on like a proper program bill.
Yeah,
like,
which was crazy.
Yeah.
But then also I go to DJ and I'm DJing outside in front of the VIP entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it looks really fucking cool, and it is really fucking cool. But the reality is, I'm the new guy in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a point where I came into the clubs and I was opening for everybody.
Yeah.
And now I'm like trying to get to this other level, and it's back to the bottom.
Yeah.
So like at one level, it seems like the top, but the reality is at this completely new level, you're at the bottom. And now you have to work your way back up again. Same kind of thing from when you started in the clubs.
Yeah, it's literally the same hustle. You know, it's terrifying if you think about it, really. But, you know, for one-off huge events like that, great fucking example. Like, you are at the bottom of that totem pole and you got to climb it. You know what I mean? And it's just intimidating. That's why, you know, back to moving to new markets, same kind of situation. You know what I mean? Like, yours was obviously different with the Bottle Blonde deal, but so many DJs moved to new markets with no plans. You know what I mean? You know, so luck is a big thing. You know, it just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
I mean, if you're really thinking about moving to Chicago, you got a pretty good setup, because you're only an hour drive. Like, you could easily work out here once a month and network and whatever, build your name slowly before you move, and have at least one weekly or something where you have some kind of paycheck before you move. So that's... Yeah,
I mean, Chicago is very obviously the most feasible one. I mean, I've been playing out here for years at this point. Like, I have a decent enough network to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just that's cool. That's just interesting to think about. So yeah, I did like a event with Pitbull over the summer. Same deal. Like, I was like playing the Pitbull show, right? Big amphitheater show. I was in a tent outside too. So like, it's just chilling, you know, what up? But it's just, again, it's just like part of that hustle, part of that grind. So dude, when you and Dolo were doing all that content and all that fun shit, did that, all that crazy shit you were doing with your branding, didn't that get you guys booked like in Vegas or something, on some billboard or something crazy like that?
What
was that? Like, I'm just genuinely curious about that, because it was fucking beastie branding. I mean, that shit was elite. I take notes on that kind of stuff. So I'm just genuinely curious, like, did that land you like a Vegas gig and then they put you on a billboard or something, or did you pay for that, or how did they handle that?
Yeah, that I appreciate it. Thank you, first and foremost. I appreciate that. It means a lot. I had so much fun doing all that shit with Dolo.
That was some of the, in my career, dude, there's only a few like content creators, like DJ content creators, who are elite, and that was just sick, bro. Like, that was I want to be elite. Like, that was awesome. So I big props for that. I loved that kind of shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That the whole Vegas thing, that was through the Club Killers. So I don't remember exactly how we got to talking with the Club Killers guys, I feel like they just reached out because they liked, or you know what? I think Alex Streams, I feel like they did one of those DJ meets out here. Did you ever come to like one of those DJ meetups
I did
at
go to the Chicago
headquarters
one
or whatever?
Yep, I think Shaw spoke there.
Yeah.
And Alex Dreams, yeah.
Yeah, so they did one of those, and we met Alex Dreams and Jay Valentino and all the Club Killers guys and shit. And then they saw what we were doing with the promo videos and making funny content and like doing all that stuff. We had our show. We went live on Facebook every Tuesday.
You guys were crushing that.
It was so much fun, bro. But yeah, they were like definitely down to help us out, you know? So we had a good relationship with the Club Killers guys, and then they were doing some sort of Vegas takeover. And since we were kind of like rocking with them, they brought us out there for that as part of their Club Killers takeover.
And they threw you on that billboard.
And they had the truck. It was that big billboard LED truck that drives around Vegas. Yeah.
That is I mean, that's so sick.
It was tight for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's just like great proof of what just putting yourself out there can do. That whole Send Nudes movement was just proof of that.
Yeah. It was good times.
It was wild.
It was wild.
Yeah, I was talking to my buddy yesterday. I was just chilling, dead hungover, watching the Packer game last night. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Chicago tomorrow with I'm doing a podcast with Strategy. He's like, the nudes, dude? I'm like, yep. Dude, is that your is that like from your career trajectory, would you say like was the Send Nudes thing a big part of your legacy?
To be honest, no. At this point, most of the people that I talk to or know or like see me DJing have no idea that I did any of that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But then like there's people who were around back in the day who that's all they remember and all they could talk about.
Like my generation, like the kids like who were in the shadows at the club during those days, that's your legacy for us.
For sure. Yeah.
Dead ass.
Yeah,
like,
I would imagine.
That wave, like my wave, like that's who you are for my wave, which isn't that hilarious to think about?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, am I going to be the country boiler room? Is that going to be my wave? But like
the cool thing is that
it's interesting to think about legacies and like what people are going to remember you like for kind of deal.
Yeah. You don't have to have one thing. That's the thing. Right. It's like, when I was doing that stuff, to me, it really felt like, okay, this is it. This is the fucking spaceship that's going to take me to where I want to go.
Yep.
It's taking me up. But now looking back, it has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing right now. And I feel more successful now than I did back then. And that's not to say that that didn't help at all. That definitely helped in my understanding of what it is to grow a brand or make content or like support your DJ brand with something outside of it. All of that helped in gaining knowledge to bring me where I'm at now, but also the thing itself, the Send Nudes, the crazy videos, all that shit, it's all pretty much gone. Like all of those social media accounts got deleted. My Snapchat's deleted. Every Instagram I built up to 20, 40, 70,000 followers deleted. All that shit's gone. So it's like, there is no legacy there.
Yeah.
Like no one, if that stuff was still around and I was where I'm at now, like people would come to my page and then they'd find that and it would still be here.
Absolutely.
But it's all gone.
Yeah. So that was Strategy, like no pun intended, taking that down. That was all strategic.
They deleted my shit.
Oh,
I continually got deleted.
Oh,
being, just breaking the rules of Instagram. You're
too many titties,
you
things
can't
like that.
say Send Nudes.
Oh,
saying Send Nudes.
So that's trippy.
Soliciting sexual, media, like whatever the fuck it is. I continually had to battle the social media platforms. And Instagram, I always got taken down. But like Snapchat was wild when it first started.
Yeah,
they didn't give a fuck about anything.
No.
But as time went on, the rules get more and more strict, more strict. And then all of a sudden, they're deleting my Snapchat account.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Were you like at like a crossroads? You were like, what the fuck did you need to like?
Yeah, that was like
rebrand, like figure out which direction. Did you have to, I'm sure venues brought that shit up with you. Yo, what's going on? Like, you were supposed to be our Send Nudes guy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
did it ever cause any issues with bookers or?
so the Send Nudes itself did sometimes, like, but while I was doing that shit, like I got in trouble at Roof on the Wit, which was one of the best paying gigs you can get as a local Chicago DJ
Sure, yeah.
who's like coming up in the ranks. Roof on the Wit pays really well. So it's like the first big paycheck you get outside of that standard $100 an hour.
Sure, yeah.
So that's like a coveted gig. It's a really dope gig. And I remember I was the Bottle Blonde guy, right? Me and Dolo started with them when they opened. I was there on opening night, Thursday. Thursday night was my night every single week. And I was doing this Send Nudes thing and like Bottle Blonde success along with my own success. And we're together like it's fucking,
Absolutely,
we're on fire. And the neighbors hated Bottle Blonde and they wrote all these crazy articles and shit.
Yeah.
And one time they mentioned me in an article, like, and they have that disgusting DJ strategy who does this and that. And
Dude, that's iconic, bro.
He calls girls duffs, which is the designated ugly fat friend, because I had like some stupid story on my Snapchat that was talking about a duff or whatever. Like
the duff thing is crazy. I love that.
Yeah, whoever books at Roof, like that article made some noise and shit, and he was like, "Yo, we can't book strategy anymore. You know, he's pissing people off. Whatever."
The duffs is my favorite. That's wild, bro.
So there was an issue there, but no, there was never an issue with like me transitioning out of it where people were like, yo, we're not booking you anymore unless you come with 400 pairs of titties that we get to see, you know?
Yeah.
But there was definitely a transitional point, and that's what Houston was for me for the whole 3 years I was there, for sure.
Yeah, and I figured as much, yeah. That's arguably no better way to, you know, rebrand and pivot than just move.
Yeah.
So.
And I think it plays into the growing as a DJ.
Oh, 100%.
Leaving your city, because now I'm in this whole new city of DJs who are playing differently than the DJs that I'm used to playing with in Chicago and that I came up with and that I play like. I'm seeing these guys rock rooms differently than I'm used to. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. I should add that into my repertoire. Like I'm building my own toolbox here at the same time.
Yeah.
And that helps grow your brand. That helps you grow as a DJ. That helps you grow as a human. Like all this shit, growing your brand and growing as a human, I think goes hand in hand.
They coincide.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. You know, like when I, you know, in my travels, when I bring up Chicago, people's ears always ring, and it has this connotation of being the house town. Like people, you know, other DJs,
you know why, right?
Well, house, like, I mean, you tell me what.
I
was gonna say like this is like the house. This is where House was born, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Exactly
right.
Yeah,
Obviously, I feel like that's everybody knows that, right? No, I do know that. I don't listen to music, but I do know that.
Okay.
But you know, like whatever, bro. Like people go to Atlanta thinking it's a rap town, but then there'll be house. There's also, you're right. So it's like one of those things.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks Milwaukee's ghetto, and then
Well, it depends where you're at.
Depends where you are. Everywhere's ghetto. If you depends where
the
you're
Kia
at, right?
boys, bro. Don't drive your Kia up to Milwaukee,
bro. Kia boys, yeah. Do not. That went national for sure. Yeah, but you know, like it's just one of those things where every DJ I talk to, you know, I'll bring up Chicago or whatever, and immediately like, oh fuck, bro, like I could like, it's elite out there. Like you got to really know your shit in the house. Like you got to your house crates better be deep out there. You know what I mean? So, it's interesting. Like I don't hear that about LA, or I don't hear like much about New York even, you know, like the other big cities and stuff. Like Chicago's unique in that way where, it has this industry-wide like persona, which is kind of cool.
It's also a B market too. Like it's not even an A market.
Is it a B market?
For sure. Yeah. Like at LA and New York, they are the A markets because like there's fucking celebrities out there everywhere. You might go to a club and catch a celebrity hanging out. And like Chicago has celebrity-esque people, the sports players and like things like that and whatever, but it's not, you're not going to catch like paparazzi running around Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, it's
which is interesting to
definitely-
think about. Like why? It's freaking big.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I mean, I
Yeah.
fucking love it. I think it's a way better city than New York.
Yeah, Chicago's
it's-
dope.
But for some reason, it's still like as big and as dope of a city as it is. It's not. It's like it's not an A market.
Yeah, Miami. That's like an A market
Yeah,
kind of deal.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the weather and it's fucking New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say Scottsdale was rowdy when we were out there. I mean, yeah, I wasn't prepared for that.
Where'd you go? I love Scottsdale.
I played at Riot House over there in El Jefe.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Our Airbnb had a pool. I've never swam in a pool for an after party.
Have you ever seen hotter women working more disgusting jobs than Scottsdale, Arizona?
No, I have not.
Like the QT employees are like bad.
The QT, what's that?
It's like 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, like you'll be go getting an oil change. You can go get a damn oil change out there and like,
And you got a boner.
yeah, like, and like you wish you would have had like wiped your ass and like put some cologne on before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, extremely bad women everywhere. Our boy like showing some love. Convince, do you know Convince?
Yeah, it's my
It's
boy.
the fucking homie.
Yeah.
Saw him out there.
Hell yeah.
But Scottsdale stood out for sure. I really liked
As
it.
what? Like somewhere you want to play often?
Yeah, dude. I just liked that market, dude. It was really cool. Old Town was sick.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the consistency. Every venue was kind of the same looking, like, but all lit. You know, it just seemed like it had a really cool nightlife culture.
Mm-hmm.
It was expensive as shit. I remember that.
Yep.
That was really pricey. But yeah, that seems like a really good DJ town. I really liked Scottsdale. So that kind of, would you say Scottsdale is like a B market?
For sure. Yeah.
B market.
And to be honest, I don't even know what's the threshold between an A and a B market. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I'm just kind of just eyeballing it.
I'm just going off what I've learned over the years.
What's
you know,
Milwaukee? Z?
Definitely C.
See?
But that's the funny thing.
I love
like,
Milwaukee, man.
Dude,
That's my
me
home.
too. That's the funny thing. Like how we started the conversation was like, for a Chicago DJ, going to Milwaukee is fucking eye-opening, life-changing
Hollywood.
experience. But you tell somebody in New York, like they ask you where you love to DJ, and you say Milwaukee, they'd be like, "What the,
The fuck is wrong with you?
It's,
Yeah.
They just don't get it. It doesn't compute because it's a small, tiny little city. But to go from Chicago to Milwaukee and get the love and treatment that you get there, and then on top of that, the people party hard. It's a
Yeah.
fun place to DJ because everybody's having fun.
It's a great DJ town.
It's not pretentious bottle service. Like we're not dancing. We're sitting here looking cool.
Yeah.
It's like we're bored from milking the cows all week and we want to drink some beers.
Like
and
Valley
get
of my
drunk
fucking tractor
let
and let's
loose.
fucking party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good hospitality. It's a good DJ market.
It's
Really
so
is.
fun, dude.
It's a good home base. I really love it as a home base, you know? You know, it was cool, but like, you know, I was in Charlotte. Charlotte was really dope. I don't know. But you've been to a gazillion different places. Like you liked the Milwaukee hospitality?
I haven't been too many. Yeah, Milwaukee hospitality was always amazing, and you just felt appreciated and respected. Like
Yeah.
for your
Which is
DJ,
refreshing.
Yeah, it's so refreshing because you don't get that often.
Right.
And when you
You
do,
always kind of feel like a number sometimes or, you know, another DJ slot.
mm-hmm.
You know, it's interesting hearing that from you though, because you're so established. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't. I have a hard time taking compliments or giving myself
but
flowers
just from like
because
from a bigger, you know, bigger picture, really, you're an established dude. So it's interesting hearing that you kind of have feel the same way about being like a cookie, like another booking kind of deal and not getting the hospitality that you might deserve kind of deal in certain places and stuff like that. Something that I feel, you know, and I feel like a lot of DJs also feel that way,
yeah.
especially when they're traveling out, playing a new room, that kind of thing.
I think we all have the same feelings as DJs, no matter what level
Right.
of the game you're at.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're all still DJs. We're just dealing with the same issues in different rooms or in different hotel rooms or in different whatever, you know, like someone's shit experience could be the best experience of my life,
right,
just because they're used to better experiences, you know?
Exactly. So, yeah, just interesting to think about that. But
yeah, it's that DJ shit, baby. I love it. I wouldn't fucking trade it for anything in the world.
I do love it.
It's the best lifestyle. I mean, it's tough sometimes, and I'll sit here in front of this camera and just fucking complain for hours on end. But I think about my boys who have more structure in their jobs and have to work 30, 40 hours every week, and like they're making good money and they have stability and they have insurance and they have all this shit. But I got all the time in the world to do whatever the fuck I want.
Hell yeah.
And that is worth everything to me.
Absolutely. And if you're smart, you could just maximize on it. Like, I don't know. Not every DJ just sleeps in super late and just goes to their gig and shit. You know, like there's a lot you can do to max. We are very lucky because we get paid a good amount of money for a short amount of time. You know, obviously it's risky and shit, but there's a lot of free time that we have that we can use to make more money, you know, and just kind of grow our brands and things like that. So, you know, I think just being vulnerable has helped me too in general, especially on social media. Like this whole Coachella thing, I'm like really vulnerable on social. I've never like done it before. That kind of stuff. I've always kind of used my Instagram as like a flex, you know, just
only showing the wins,
bro.
Making
like,
it look good at all times.
Exactly. And I think the direction, first of all, the direction that social media in general is going with all the short form, organic, raw shit, just crushing it right now, has helped me push myself to be more vulnerable because that kind of content does better. But I think just being kind of like a relatively newer content creator, like DJ content creator, being vulnerable on my social media has like given me and provided me with like a mile more wins than flexing on it has. You know, like people want to hear your voice, like people, and that's why I think you did such a fantastic job with the send nudes shit. You know, they heard your voice, they saw your personality, they, you know, like they see how you act inside and outside the club. It's what people want. It's why people watch reality TV. It's, you know, it's why the show business is what it is, you know. And I think that more people should, especially DJs, should be more vulnerable in their content. Don't just show people the wins. Show them your fucking rock bottom. Don't put on your best outfit. Wear a hoodie. Like, you know, like, are you wearing fucking Dior shoes and fucking plastered leather skinny jeans on your couch? I don't think so, unless it's you. But, you know, that kind of thing has helped me out a lot. In the last year, especially, like I've had people hit me up just for my content, just like, yo, like, you know, I see you're looking for gigs. I can book you somewhere in New York if you want, whatever, you know, this guy, we have a mutual friend. You know, you've played here. You seem vetted, that kind of thing. So, I'm just going to keep stretching with that. And I think that's really helped me out. I just think that there's going to be a whole world of new challenges going into the next year as I'm trying to like really move away and be less available in Milwaukee. And that's my strategy. Like, you know, I'm Milwaukee's DJ. Yes, you know, I got a good audience in Milwaukee. People go to my events, they support the movement. But I think keep doing the content shit, you know, keep traveling around, getting myself out of the market is only going to help that. And then we'll basically see where it goes. I'll just send it. So, yeah, if you know anybody at Coachella, let me know.
I don't. Shit. I wish I could help. Maybe
It's
over the
really
next
tough, actually, you know. But I mean, our buddy was just at Prism last week, and like said he met like a talent buyer for Breakaway or something. I just feel like it's one of those situations away, like just stumbling drunk in some green room, like, yeah, I actually like really want to play at Coachella, you know, put me in a tent, put me in the bathroom. I don't need to play a main stage, just put me in the bathroom. I don't give a shit. Pay me $100, put me in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's still mission accomplished.
It's
a start, and you know, now you're in. Next year, maybe they'll move you up to the, you know, the VIP lounge or something.
Yeah.
People think that a win is this huge thing. Like if you're not playing in front of the 20,000 people, you didn't do it. But no, you got to that stage, and now it's little steps. You're just on the way there.
Exactly.
Everything is. Some people don't see the small steps that it took to really make it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, like, you're one drunken green room conversation away, or
that's
even
kind of what it could be,
or even a viral video if you're putting content out like that. You know, you're sitting here talking about just fuck it, like give me $100 and let me play in the bathroom. You know, someone event coordinator from Coachella could see that, and if it gets some traction online and go like, damn, that's kind of funny. Let's do it. Yeah,
bro. Like the Twisted Tea shit. Like who knows? But they might have a Twisted Tea activation stage or tent somewhere.
That too.
They do random activations like that all over the place. Yeah, random stupid shit on podcasts could get you booked.
Yeah.
With social media these days, you'll never know. I'm pretty convinced we sold out our Halloween party because of TikTok. Because I had a TikTok go viral last week, and it was literally me walking around the venue talking about the party. Like it took me like 20 minutes to edit that thing.
Yeah.
And it went like stupid on TikTok and Instagram actually. And like we had like 10,000 plus page visits to our ticket link, and we sold out.
That's sick, dude. Congratulations.
Thanks. But like I think it kind of like goes hand in hand with like the fucking TikTok, the social media and the content. Because we had a whole photo shoot. That night was horrible. Cam was salty because we were staying like 2 hours over. I was wearing a whole suit. I had to pay these girls to come dress up and be in the video. Those videos all flopped.
Yeah.
You know, all of them flopped. You know, whatever. We still used the content. But of course, the one video that took us 20 minutes is the one that went viral.
It's all about going for it.
Just send it. You'll never know. With social media, you can't trust these damn algos to save your life.
The Party with Strategy podcast has a brand new sponsor. Make sure you guys go check out Rendezvous Limousine Services for any of your travel needs around the Midwest. It's the best you can get, top notch. Let's be honest, everyone's a little sick of buying Ubers, getting charged for Uber X's like they're black cars, and you know, the market's just not what it used to be. You might as well go with your best bet, Rendezvous Limo Service. They got party buses, they got Sprinter vans, they got Escalades, they got Navigators. Only the best of the best. Make sure you check out Rendezvous Limousine. You can find them on Instagram at RNDZ Limo, or their website, Rendezvous Limousine. If you're grammatically challenged like myself, Rendezvous is RENDEZVOUS. And we might as well do limousine as well. LIMOUSINE. Rendezvous Limousine, best you can get anywhere you want to go in the Midwest. Airport pickups, drop-offs, party buses, just going to see a friend. Do it in style. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the episode. Thank you guys for watching. But yeah, all right, we're back. Sorry, I can't hold my piss in for the life of me, and I ate a little edible earlier, and that it doesn't add to the panic attack of having to pee and maybe even just pissing my pants on camera, which is gonna happen one day for sure.
Well, you'll have it recorded, so that'll be sick.
Yeah, the last time I peed in my pants was on my way home from Milwaukee.
Okay, so you have publicly pissed your pants.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel like
in the car. Is that it's?
I've shat myself on a plane before publicly. Yeah, but that was a different thing. Yeah, but that was years ago. I mean,
yeah,
I'm so at peace with that now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I shat in a car before as well. Yeah, actually.
Oh, in the car?
in the car.
I've never shat in the
next
car.
to my mom who was driving.
Oh, with your mom?
Yeah.
Nice. Probably
was-
smelled like a pipe bomb went off in that Jeep, huh?
It was a good bonding experience.
Yeah.
The Oldsmobile
Took it right back to when you were born.
Yeah, the Oldsmobile was never the same.
I have not seen an Oldsmobile in a minute.
Yeah.
That's sick. SUV too?
No.
Oh.
It was fucking Oldsmobile.
The OG one, like the sedan?
Yeah, 88, big ass
Okay.
fucking
My grandpa had one of
pontoon
those.
boat.
My grandpa had that one with those like a pontoon, those like a boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
All right, yeah, so we got to wrap it in a minute, but before we dip, this has been awesome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks
Good
for having me, bro.
conversation.
Yeah,
Feel
it's
like
been fun.
we're getting some good stuff out of our brains. We're detoxing, we're
Absolutely.
purging,
We're venting, releasing the toxins from Halloween.
all of that. It's coming out, it's on camera, it's good useful information for other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you. But tell me about Bloom.
Yeah. So Bloom, this is a fun one. So Bloom was a music festival. Cam and I threw a festival together this summer. And you know, it was the first one. And we're gonna make it an annual thing. Cam tried doing it 3 years in a row, 2 years, 3 years in a row.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Only one time did I.
Oh, just once? Didn't you get it booted twice?
No, just once.
Okay, so he tried it by himself. It's kind of like Cam's like project. It's kind of like his baby. You know, he's been kind of dreaming about doing it for a minute. He tried one year, then it just like flopped. And then another year you tried to get a permit, it didn't work out, right? Okay, that's what it was. So, but this year we did it. We kind of like collabed on it, and it was sick. And it was a huge turnout. We basically rented the entire beach. So we have like a beach in Milwaukee. It's like right on Lake Michigan over there. And so we got all the permits and did all the fancy stuff that you need to do. And we were able to rent it out. And we basically put together a free beach festival for Milwaukee, and there was about 5,000 people there throughout the day. So, I mean, it was a thing. I mean,
That's sick.
it was fun. It was a really cool, like, we really combined, and it was like a showcase of what we can really, really do. And I think it was like a big staple. It like solidified like our brands. It's like, oh yeah, these dudes like throw some big ass cool shit in the city. We got sponsorship to pay for everything, which was something we've never worked with before. Finding sponsors is the biggest pain in the ass in the world. Like, I've had jealous exes and all the whole nine. This is like, I'll take that in a heartbeat over finding sponsors, because it was a hustle, man. But all of our sponsors were local. We raised a good amount of money for the event. You know, just from restaurants, venues, vape shops, fucking, you know, calling in favors from owners and bookers or whoever and shit. So it was cool that they were showing us love and trusted us with just giving us free money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we pulled it off, dude. 5,000 people.
How
We
many
had
DJs?
10, 15, 10,
How many stages?
one.
One
Just
stage?
one stage.
Okay.
You know, the plan is to scale it. Like, in a perfect world, we take over the entire strip and have 3-4 stages, right? Or like one big ass stage with the national headliner, and whatnot. But overall, it was really cool to do it. We like I said, did all the logistics shit ourselves. Like, I designed all the graphics. Cam did all the logistics for it. We hired like 1 million vendors for it, printed out our own merch. Our social media blew up, which was sick. Like, it was buzzing. Nobody knew who the fuck was throwing the event. It was a mystery.
It's really dope.
Yeah, it was super cool. Like, yeah, my bad, were you gonna say something?
Who was headlining?
Oh, me, obviously.
Oh, you were headlining.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
wondering if like you guys
Selfishly.
Yeah, that is a little selfish, but I
Yeah,
was
man,
wondering
so-
if you guys had like a headliner to try and draw ticket sales or whatever, you know?
Yeah, so no, all
Okay.
local DJs.
That's sick.
You know, we brought in a DJ from Minnesota who's like a big college dude from Minnesota. But yeah, dude, like all local DJs, all names that honestly not the biggest names ever. Like they're just kind of newer up and coming dudes and girls who showed out. They really showed out for us. It was really cool. And it was a cool experience. You know, I got to design the lineup and all the photos, and it was really well received. And we threw a fat ass after party too at RWB.
Dope. How long did it take you to execute this whole thing from conception to execution?
How long?
7 months.
7 years.
7 years.
Really, like
From
in
the first idea.
from the
Okay.
first idea, yeah.
But for you guys working together and deciding, all right, I've tried
when
this
did
before.
the pen hit the paper?
Yeah,
When
like-
did we start the real planning for this year?
for this particular year of the event? Yeah,
What do you think?
11 months.
11 months.
Yeah, a little under a year.
So
Yeah.
knowing that it took 11 months for the first time, once it was over, did you just get to work on next year?
Yep, we're cooking on next year already.
Yeah.
Already doing outreach for sponsors and the whole thing. Like, be nice to get a national headliner this year.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's entirely situational based on our vendors. But we got the big win for us is that we got mad data, like from last year. Like going into this year, we didn't have shit. We were literally calling in favors for all of our sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
This year, we got the numbers and we got the ammo. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the beach, our venues alone did like upwards of $60,000 that night, that whole day, really. So, you know, like it's crazy. So we got the ammo for it.
Yeah, you got the ammo, you got the proof is in the pudding.
Yep.
You made
Yep.
it happen. You showed that you could be successful at it, and now it's only going to be bigger and better. What did you learn from doing it that's going to make it so much more easy this time around, where you're like, oh, we should have done it like that?
Yeah. So, well, we learned a ton, bro. Like there was so many moving parts. It was really overwhelming, but, first of all, like all of our structure is now there. We have no structure this year, right? It was the first event. So we created all of our structure from scratch. This year, we already have existing structure. So now it'll be easier for us to outsource that. You know, I was the designer. I had to I have like a fat folder of flyers, menus, banners, you know, everything you can imagine that needs to be printed or posted on social media. I just did it all. So now I have that structure. So that's one thing I'm going to offload next year. I'm just going to hire a designer and be like, yo, do this again, but for this year.
Right.
Operationally, Cam handled all the operations as far as obtaining permits, locking down vendors, plotting the, you know, spaces for all of the vendors and where we're planning on having our production, the whole nine. That's all preset. So yeah, all of our operations are now, we have a system. That's one big thing. We also kind of just like learned, you know, we got a feel for people's reactions. What time of day was our peak hours? What time can we put a little bit more programming into because more people will be there? You know, which direction we can go with our media. We noticed that they really loved interviews. We had a little interview tent, but we kind of shafted it up in the corner, but people were loving the interviews. So we're going to make that more of a prominent thing this coming year. And ideally we'd like to make it a free event again. You know what I mean? If we can, you know, that was a big selling point for us because it was a easy way for us to scale our social media because all we had to say was follow us for a free ticket. You know, that's all we put out. And then we just got a shit ton of followers from it.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But, the list of things that we learned and would do differently will never end. It's just one of those things where we executed fairly well. We have a sick team of just like degenerates, just like us, who put it together, which is my favorite part. Like it was just us and our homies that just put this party on. Like we're not like some big company. We're not Red Bull. We're not whatever. It's literally just like some degenerate nightlife dudes throwing a festival. So well received, and then we're just gonna run it back, but like 100 times bigger next year.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And
Thank you.
That's the way you do it, bro. You
Hell yeah.
fucking one foot in front of the other. You failed 2-3 times before this one hit, but that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's inspiring, bro. And just for someone thinking about doing anything like that, and the overwhelming thought of like, how do I do this? How do I do that? How would I even make this happen? You are showing that you don't have to let that win.
No, dude. It's honestly like, if you want it, like it's really not that tough. And like a lot of people get shied away by these big events and whatnot because of just the overwhelming, like, sounds so overwhelming, the workload. You have the right people around you, the right brains and stuff like that. It's so attainable, bro. Like, the city, I feel like every city wants new, cool, fun attractions for the city. So, the very least you could do is try. Approach venues with ideas, put yourself out there, and something will hit. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
But it is inspiring. It's really cool. It's something I've wanted to do since I started DJing. I feel like all my homies, my whole come up was like, bro, why has nobody thrown a party at the beach? We have a whole ass beach. Like, why is there no party at the beach?
Mm-hmm.
So we pulled it off. It was dope as shit. So
sick.
Hell yeah.
And then if it's happening next year, when is it? Do you know yet?
Oh, do we?
Okay.
August 9th.
August 9th.
You heard it here first.
On the beach in Milwaukee. Bloom is back.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, champ. Little interview tent in there.
Yeah. You think you won't do a live strategy podcast there?
I would do a live podcast from there, but I would do, honestly, I was thinking about this for another event that somebody was throwing. If you set up like a podcast set,
oh
right?
yeah,
and then
it would be a whole set,
and then you just had and you had the Bloom, obviously, like presented by Bloom, your advertisement for your festival, and then you get people in there to do like just a 5-minute podcast.
Yeah.
And you have a list of questions that you can ask them, and they can get funny little content for their own shit. Yep. And they post it, and it's promoting you and your festival and all that.
Dude, that would be sick.
Have the potential of something even going viral. Like if you had someone like a photo booth, but for a podcast, you go in and you leave with the 5 minutes that you just did, and you can take that and do whatever you want.
I love that. I would do that in a heartbeat, like a little micro podcast. Mm-hmm. Just fun shit like that, man. Nobody is doing that kind of stuff out here.
Cool content for regular folks to post and be like, oh, look at, I did this, The podcast version of a photo booth.
Literally. Yep. Little micro podcasts. Take it, have fun. Post that shit. So
it'd be tight.
Gears are turning. Always on Halloween weekend.
Yeah. All right. Well, sick. I got to get out of here and do this sound check, and I'll see you guys later at the Red Bull party.
Yep.
I'm pumped.
Yeah,
we
dude.
drinking? You going to nurse your hangover with a little alcohol or what?
I suppose, yeah. We're ramping right into it, eh?
I'm a bad influence.
Bro, yes. Everyone I know is a bad influence.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Those are the best guys.
My sister the other day asked me, she's like, do you have any cute friends that are like respectable that I can like maybe start dating? And I said no.
No, 0% chance.
I said no.
You said you're not dating.
But I said that they're really fun. I said they're really fun though. But sorry.
That's hilarious. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. Good talk. Definitely inspirational and motivational and informational as well.
Hell yeah, it was a good combo.
And that's really all you could ask for something like this. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And keep going. I'm excited to see you at Coachella in the bathroom DJing for $100, because I feel like that, now that you said that, that's all I want for you. I don't want you on the main stage. Dude, I need you in the bathroom DJing for $100.
I don't want the main stage anymore. Put me in the bathroom, give me $100, chalk it up as a win. Yeah. Coachella 2025. See you soon, Palm Springs.
That's literally hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, help us out. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Comment. Algorithm activating activity. Let's go, champ. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Well, all right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.